there's Tabby Octavia. Tabby, aka Octavia. Tabby Octavia. Ringing a bell for a real smile. So in the last video, we had the Knight of Cups energy coming out as my play friend or my love interest, or whatever it was. It never happened. This is supposed to be someone that I know from the past, a past schoolmate, something like that. Whatever it is that they claim that they started this whole thievery, lies that I hooked up with someone in school and class, it never happened. It's all in their mind. It was all created. It was all imaginary. It was all mental magic that they used on the boys at school. Okay. And now he is in some Knight of Cups energy, and they have strategically arranged it so that I am around these people, or so that people can pretend to be that person. Maybe I'm living out past school stuff, It's a lie. It's a lie so that they can steal. I was never involved in any type of relationship with anybody that I went to school with. Not for a long time, many, many years into school did I get involved with someone, okay? And I definitely dislike the fact that they use young boys, okay, to play these things against me that I never even spoke to outside of school. Like, I'm talking about as far as school work, the assignment, class, gym, whatever we were in. It was never, hey, what's going on? Yeah, we sat down and we talked and we were friends, or we rode the bus together, or I knew his mom and he knew. Never. Never happened. Like, I didn't know none of these guys like that. I wasn't interested. And the only people that I was interested in, they did so much fraudulent, shady, imaginary bullshit to them. It had them so up in their minds, in their heads. I think one of them might be dead and the other one is definitely, they got them on that stuff. They got them on day stuff. The medicated prescription pills, they got them on that stuff. That's theirs. That's their drug use, right? So anyway, so this masculine that keeps claiming that I'm outside and that I'm his and that I belong to him, or he has some cup of love or affection for me. Influencer status. He just wants social recognition. Okay? Because we don't speak, we don't talk. And if this is with regards to classmates, like I said, I haven't spoken and or seen or even lived in the same city as these males since I was 11 years old. And the only one that I seen outside, rebound, trying to use me as some type of rebound, temporary comfort, okay, because they don't want to be alone. Who are they? They don't even talk to me. These are men strategically using their mental magic to get back into something that's with regards to me. See, that's the couple back there. This is me. Drinking my water, minding my business. Drinking my tea, minding my business. They the couple. All right? And you see how it happened behind that person's back. Behind their back. Totally unaware that this was happening. I didn't know that that's what was happening to those young boys. The two boys that I really did like when I was in school back in the day. I just was like, they hate girls. I was like, they think I'm icky and yucky and I got cooties or something. That's how they treat me. And I used to just think that they were the best things. We used to say back then, best things since sliced bread. Yeah. See, they was just in hustle mode. Computer programming stuff. Just in hustle mode. How can I get back into Octavia's life? How can I get back into Octavia's life? Someone spoke up and said that. I got to get back into her life. How can I get back into her dream state and things of that nature? So they decided to do it with their computers, their laptops, to recreate possible relationships. Then somebody lied and said that I had when I was in elementary, middle school or something. It never happened. Look, Spirit is like, tell him you never dated Chad. Because Spirit said they in trouble. I never dated Chad. Never. We rarely had words. All he was doing was yelling and arguing and fussing at me. Big break. Career turning point. That's all they were trying to do. You notice how I fell out over here. Somebody was trying to get a big break. Oh, yeah. Now they got a spiritual wake-up call. See, the thing is, they didn't really truly get a wake-up call because they didn't wake up. What they got was something that was horrifying. Something that shook their tails in their dreams. And they possibly woke up with their hands and their limbs shaking. Fear struck them. Shock struck them. It wasn't a true wake-up call. The words on this card are incorrect, but that's how they feel. Sudden clarity. Sudden clarity. I never dated Chad. Okay? I knew a Joshua. We were never together. I never even spoke to Joshua. Joshua and I were different religions. Why would I talk to him? As far as being my boyfriend or a companion, why would I talk to him? He was a totally different religion than I was. And his pants was too tight. And I was like, those are too tight for boys. Come on now. But, I understood that I was growing up in the inner city and all of our households had financial issues in different ways. Okay? And they were reflected in different ways. His pants was too tight and my pants were old. So, you know what I mean? Anyway, somebody got a wake-up call. We got payback. Consequences are returning. Yeah, because I never did anything. This person was like, yeah, you mirror me. You when you go to sleep at night and you dream, you see that's a woman, that's a girl. They wanted me to see a man in my dream, in my mirror. This man was sitting in front of a mirror claiming that he was mirroring me. But all the whole entire time wanting me, the feminine, to mirror him. Mirror, mirror, facing yourself and others, reflective relationships, self-awareness. What you see is you, but it wasn't true. It wasn't true. All lies, deceit, mental magic. Spirit said, put up boundaries. Put up your boundaries. Say no firmly. Protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough to this false ass secret admirer. That's how I feel. Fake ass shit. Secret admirer -2. Hidden affection. Anonymous notes. Unknown interest. That's some bullshit. I don't believe that shit at all. I don't believe that at all. Yeah. They just wanted a payday. Fake ass shit. Maybe they lied and claimed that they had sent me a note in school, a message. Oh, do you like me? I like you. But then they didn't want to tell you who they were. They had passed a note around to all of the people that sat around you. So you didn't know who it came from. Hell no, it never happened. Payday. That's what they wanted. They were doing this out of greed. Greed and lust. Payday. Deposited $1,400. Financial rewards. Money rolling in. Celebration of success. Checks cash. That's what they wanted. Okay? These plastic fake people. When I see plastic smiles, they're fake. It reminds me of those 1970s Halloween costumes. They used to be plastic and you could tear them. when you take them off, you can't keep it because it's all torn up. And I remember I used to cry because my mom didn't let me even celebrate Halloween. So when I did get a costume, I wanted to keep it. I thought it was the best thing ever. And then they stopped making them because they were dangerous to children. Kids were suffocated, right? Fake kindness, forced friendliness, hiding resentment behind smiles and friends. Only friends by name. We weren't friends at all. I mean, I wasn't any of these guys' enemy, but we weren't friends. We never sat down, talked, hung out. Nah, never. They're lying. Somebody claiming that they got some type of poker face. Hiding their true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached. You'll never know. Guess what? They'll never know because I'm getting closure. I don't give a F about these guys. Letting go, ending chapters, emotional release. I'm finally free. That's how I feel. And I'm going to accept that. Yeah, let it go. And not the song. Let it go. Let it go. Releasing grudges. Emotional freedom. I never had a grudge against any of these guys. Chad used to call me every name under the sun. I let that grudge go a long time ago. But like I said, we never dated. We were never together. His bestie, when he was in school, was messing with Ansaya. Her name started with the O as well. We had classes together. We used to walk down the hallways together. He used to mistake me for Ansaya. That was his apology to me at the end of the year. I'm sorry, Ansaya. And I was like, my name is not Ansaya. And he was like, you're not Ansaya. But he had called me every name under the sun all school year. But I was not Ansaya. I was like, what? Why are you talking bad about Ansaya? He was like, my boy said Ansaya did this, this, and that. He pointed down the hallway. I thought it was you. All school year, it was not me. It was not me. And with Joshua, like I said, he was a different religion. I would never, ever try to be a boyfriend or girlfriend to somebody who was a different religion than me. When I was growing up, come on now, no, let it go. They might have had some damn grudges. They might have felt some type of way, but it wasn't me. Emotional freedom, forgiving yourself and others, free your heart. Yeah. And that's what these men need to do as well, because I ain't never do shit to them. Nothing. All right, hang on. This card came out and hit the floor. Divine intervention. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Divine intervention. You see it? Unexpected guidance. Universe stepping in. Redirected paths. Saved just in time. You know, when you wear lotion and you deal with these cards, it gets stuck on the cards and build up and stuff. That's why when you see my hands dry, I'm like, I can handle the cards. You know, I hate to have dry hands, but I can handle the cards. Like, anyway, life of a tarot reader. Divine intervention, status upgrade. New achievements, improved social standing. Lifestyle elevation, next level, okay? Ooh, ghosted. Sudden disappearance without explanation, left hanging, seen but ignored, abrupt silence. What? So is that what they were doing, or that's what happened to someone? Spirit said they told them to let it go. And that's what happened to someone. Someone got that wake-up call, and it came along with this right here. It came along with it, like this, in this order. This card, then this card. Yeah, the divine was like, look, you take your ass back over there. No, get it. I don't know how divine spoke to them, but definitely they got some type of message. Some type of message was passed on to them. And this is what we got, a status upgrade. Okay? And then they got ghosted. Wow. Abrupt silence. Or they will get ghosted. Spirit says Photoshop. Somebody, yeah, divine timing. Divine intervention and now divine timing. Patience required. Trust in the process. Perfect timing when it's meant to be. Yeah, they were waiting for some time. They were expecting. Spirit says they were expecting this big break. They were expecting to have divine timing. This big break. Instead, they got a wake-up call. They were really, truly expecting divine timing. They really thought that I had dated these boys. I ain't never dated these boys. So they were calling themselves being patient, waiting for something better. They thought they had the bag secured. Achieving goals, mission accomplished, financial stability. They thought they had it locked. Yeah, child. I told you. Child. They thought they had gained the bag when they were a kid. Maybe that's what they taught them how to do. Some type of romantic scam, toxic love. I told you. This is mental magic that was played on these young men. Pain disguised as passion. Addictive patterns, harmful attachment. I can't live without that person. I told you. Because my neighbors act like they got demons attached to them. Kid you the F not. Spill tea. Secrets exposed, gossip spreading, leaked information. Oops, it's out. Everybody knows that they're in some type of toxic mental magic love cycle and trying to include me, or thought I was included the whole time. It came out in the last reading. The whole time I was single. Nine of Pentacles. I had no awareness, no idea this was happening to the boys that I went to school with. No idea. Look, it was shocking news to me because I wanted Spirit to tell me I didn't know anything about this, is what I was thinking as I shuffled. I didn't know anything about this, the words that I said to you. Clickbait, misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths. It is not what it seems. It's not true. Just because I went to class with someone, that don't mean that I was with them. Look, swipe right, Photoshop. Somebody's lying. Or someone's been lying. You know, they've been lying about these classroom hookups or these classroom interactions. This stuff never happened. Never, ever, never happened. I was never involved. I'll show you another one. See how he's with her? Rebound, right? But look, he's with her. Two different shirts, right? The next card, that's who he's with. And now this is me. Look. And what can I say? Department of Education lies, Department of Education liars, Department of State, Department of Defense. It was fraud and something committed somewhere, somehow, for a long time. And they're being called out by me and possibly other people. If they bring up the fact that this is some bullcrap they have, just because they're in my class, that doesn't mean that I interacted with them. I never did. Even in college, I was left out. I would hate to see what happens if I went back to school now. What kind of lies would they tell on me? Anyway, I'm going to end this here, close out this energy. Appreciate you all. Namaste. I'll catch you next time.